Okay, DM Ryan again.
Welcome back. Well, we've been failing, but welcome to session 7.19 FM.
Revenge
Welcome.
of memes.
Yeah, Revenge of Atropus. Right now, it's not really much Atropus, but there is a lot of weird stuff going
Revenges. Revenge of
on.
streams.
Yeah, you're not wrong, actually.
Revenge.
Revenges of streams that are not working.
Yeah. We failed tuning, so this is a recorded one. So,
God fuck.
yeah.
Sorry.
All right. So we're gonna do what we did earlier. All right. So we have all of our characters relaxing and such like that after being chased down by the horrid shamblers. The druid friends have just left. Druid guys have just left, giving them permission to go inside the druid capital if they're. John has also reunited with his master, his druidic master.
Right.
He's crying like a.
Okay. Just do one loud wail.
You sound like a whale. Yeah.
One more.
There you
All right. But yeah. That's good. Reunited with the master. His master.
Lag.
John away. He's a little uncomfortable.
Lag.
Been hugging him for a while. I do like it when you hug me, but could you relax, please? It's only been a year. You're fine. Wipe your tears with my leaves. He plucks a leaf from his literal torso and gives it to you to dry your face.
Sneezes as well.
Give me a second.
You can
the
keep
comical ones, you know, the typical like sound.
You can keep that, of course.
Of course.
It'd be best if you didn't actually keep it, but yeah.
Send it to someone you love as a present.
The leaf withers and rots as he destroys his own leaf for your own good.
My family heirloom.
Leaf.
Oh wait, what family? They're all dead.
Out of game. Wow, what an edgy backstory. No.
Wow. Thanks. I'm trying to be a great father here, okay?
I helped you make it. Alright, but
Nice.
Alright, so we're gonna go in the we're gonna go in the order of Discord. So Neb, you're sharpening your blades with the whetstone.
Yes.
Yeah, this takes you at least like a few minutes to do it to the right place. You don't really have any blade straighteners, but this has always been, again, a very calm, very good thing to do. It reminds you of your blacksmithing days. Reminds you of old war efforts that you've walked past as well. Syria, the land you came from, has a lot of war going on. Even right now, there's many battles going on for land and other bits of province, honor even, especially from the northern areas of Syria where you came, where the Nords live and stuff. Where Frey lives, but but yes, you sort of sharpening your blade with not the same passion as what it used to. Because again, there is also though this is very nostalgic, it's also a very sad moment. Just while sitting on the ground sharpening a blade, where once you used to be surrounded by a fellow blacksmith's family. Old days.
Yeah.
Yes, we have our orc character Hovar, our ogre character Hovar, and He has grabbed a large variety of branches that's on the lower parts of this large, massive tree, and he uses it almost like a hammock. They are so threat that the minute he moves or tries to get up, they will whip him. At least the back of his head or something. You can see they're shaking. They're either going to snap or they're going to whip. You want to have a bad time? Okay. Gonna have a bad time. Alright, let's have Mao in cart. Mao's sleeping. But yes, let's have it. It's been an hour, so you guys are here now. Did you want to start a fire, John, or something?
John started the fire. It was always burning. That's the world's been. Yeah, I'll start a fire.
There
That's
you
a
go.
very square fire.
There you go. I'm on free.
Just
I'm on draw
I'm the one
shape.
making the fire.
Low bit adventure music starts.
That's a weird fire.
Ah! Evil fire.
All right, here you can. Sorry,
Because green equals evils in Disney.
here, John. You can make. You can make it.
Jamaican man.
That's like twigs and stuff like that.
Oh,
that you
yes.
got.
Got this as well.
Very good. It's a beautiful fire. That's a bonfire right there.
It's some real magical alchemy stuff.
Wait, can I delete this? Or you're gonna keep
Nice.
going with them?
This fire is a part of the map now.
I'm not sure what
Okay.
this fire is.
No escape.
It's a fire. Here, I'll put it on map. I'll put it on
It's
the.
a garbage
Oh
fire.
God!
It's a bonfire. We'll say that.
Someone
You make a bonfire.
Damn it! Someone accidentally dropped the chemical ingredients in there.
Oh no.
No, it's just a very big fire. It's a lot of dry thing. Since you're in between the forest and the fields of Deerdan, there is a huge difference. The fields are long, dry, and look as if almost like a massive wheat field, as the as the forests are very thick, but nothing really cluttering the bottoms, trunks of the trees. A few ivies, of course, but it's very interesting contrast. The world, as you can see, the wind is a little softer here. The wind is surprisingly stronger in the forest. And that also could just be because how it's moved around it. You feel, doing part that you are quite close to the woods, you do feel like a very strong magical sense.
Ah, magic.
Magic.
Smells it in the air.
Magic. Alright.
Give me that magic.
I mean, that might be because... I mean, the reason why it's so weird, it might be Duradan as well. The fire. You know?
That's
That's
true.
so.
It's now in a barrel though, so it's fine.
Well, you might get a magman coming out if it was that big, but
I can just eat it again.
I'm not doing that
I've done
encounter
this
again.
once. I'm doing that again.
What?
I've done it once. I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
Eat
But
the fire.
yeah. So let's go and Frey, since we have Neb, who's just simply sharpening his blades, trying to relax, remembering old black past. What about you, Frey? What are you doing right now?
I'm not
Relaxing.
sure.
You are you sitting next to the Spriggan that you've placed yourself next to?
I guess.
Yes.
Seems like it's like
He-
a funny, interesting fellow.
Next to you is an old Spriggan. Spriggans are generally just creatures made of plant vines and such. Though generally very territorial and quite dangerous, especially from Syria. This one is very wise, kind looking. His face a lot more humanoid from what you've seen in many. From what you'd see is more of skin-like, it's mere bark. As you can see, vines and flowers blooming from his shoulders throughout his body, wrapping around, giving him a very strong structure, and a very interesting English ivy wraps around his leg. You can see actually he does have antlers. You notice
Oh,
He has
very cool.
it's a twig antler. They look like deer, but on a closer inspection, they are definitely made of wood. but they're not like he didn't put them in his head. You know that they grew. Be very odd if you just put them in there. I've heard much about you, Avancello. Quite an honor. Though I do not drink personally, it doesn't really affect me. More of burn. It feels like a burning sensation when I drink. But I've seen seen many people praise the brewer of a fine drunken monk. He like nudges you when he says this.
Ah, thank you.
Yes. I see your wine products. Do you more than just that? I have a friend who, well, I actually, no offense to any of you, I was actually on my way to Gar to get a gift for a friend, and then I heard you were in the woods. I didn't know. I didn't think your adventure would bring you here, my dear friend. He looks at John when he says that. But I digress. But yes, I'm a bit short on coin for the thing I wanted to buy. It's one of your products. Is it possible you can, on a piece of paper or something, could you maybe... do you want to roll insight on what his intentions? He's stuttering. And he seems very nervous.
Okay. Okay.
He wants a discount. He's asking you. He's trying to ask you if you can help lower them.
I mean, I'm in.
You own your product, though. I'll go more when you guys go into the town and actually go into the guilds.
I understood what he wanted, kind of.
Oh, sorry, you didn't say anything. So I assumed you were like, what is he trying to say?
No, I kind of understand what he wanted out of character.
Oh. But yeah, he wants a discount, and then, I don't have any paper on me. Sort of shivers me to the bone.
So he wants to write a check.
Well, he like, you could like write on a piece of paper like with your signature saying that he gets a discount.
I think
like
I think since he is a, I think he is a bit of a. I mean, he's a friend of a friend, so he seems like a reasonable guy. So I'm gonna do that.
Question our friendship.
They're more than just friends.
I'm gonna write my signature, and yeah, he's gonna get a discount.
You pull out a piece of paper. How is your character reacting to this? Like, how do you feel? Is it like a thing of disappointment, like, oh, I might as well, or like, oh yes, of course.
Sure.
How do you react?
I mean, I'm happy to give a discount to.
Like in character, like you're not.
He's like, oh, I'm happy to write you a discount.
Oh, thank you. You're too kind. Yes, I try and get a bottle of your wine, and yes,
of course.
Do you have paper?
I mean, I would probably have paper in my wagon, in my desk.
Yeah. Oh, there is some paper in the wagon. We'll say there's like a small stack of papers and such for billings and things like that.
I'll probably need
more due to your adventuring as of right now, but
yeah, I probably have like a scroll of paper that I can like cut.
Yeah, you just have a stack of parchment.
Yeah,
a small little stack in one of the cabinets.
I'll write him up a check that says it's gonna be. I also give him my. I also stamp my signature on it, like the seal thing.
Yeah.
So
you stamp. Could you draw your signature or your character's like insignia?
I could do that, yeah.
Yeah, you are a noble. You have that. Just like draw it on the map, and I'll save it.
Let's see. What should it be?
Oh, there you go. Yes. Yeah, you stamp with the sigil of your people, of the Avancello family.
Yeah.
I actually have a friend from Miskatonic. He said that your sister lives there. If I am so mistaken, is that true? As you're finishing and finalizing the paper.
True enough, yes.
Yes, I heard her tales that she was proposed to the other month. By who? My apologies. I stayed mostly in the woods, so this is all hearsay and such. Haven't heard it really. But yes, I heard she's settling down at the age of 60.
Dear me. That's his
Your sister's always.
This is news to me.
Your sister's always been a party animal. You never thought she'd ever go on a.
Oh,
Even
settling down all at this age. Never thought that. I'd never thought she would ever get married.
I heard it's quite a rich man too, but I don't remember the name. But my dear John, how are you? What? After that sob fest, it was a bit awkward. But how are you? How is your training going? Are you becoming a strong druid?
I mean, I've eaten a little fiery guy.
My apologies, sir. You ate a man on fire?
Yes, I did. I was a giant toad.
Magments! Oh, awful creatures. We make a small fire in the druid capital, and everything goes ablaze because a little elemental wants to burn something. They're not evil. Oh, they are. They're chaotic, really, but they're not evil creatures. They do it because they just like to burn things. Odd little creatures.
They are their natures.
Children, really. Element. I hate to be connected to those barbarians. So, if I had spit, I'd spit on the ground in that direction. Magmen are fine. They're just children. Yeah. Ah, yes, my sap. Yes. You see, he sort of grinds his wooden teeth together until produce a sap. Spits it in the ground.
That's not a.
Yeah, it's a very unpleasant sound, but he actually does. You've seen him do it before. You've never liked it.
I'm trying to look at some symbol that it might be.
Yes. He almost spits on the fire. What little sap touches the fire, it slightly extinguishes. Very strong sap. Whoops.
Very sticky and potent.
Yes. Good stuff, dude. But his teeth are basically bleeding.
Oh, disgusting.
Yeah.
That's how he gets a snack on the road. He's just like, I'm gonna grind my teeth real quick.
Don't do that at home, kids. But it doesn't work like that. You get a chip in your tooth. But no, he's literally drinking his own blood, technically. But yes, don't do that. They're literally made of lava, my dear boy. Kill you instantly.
Well, I'm still here.
With a burnt tongue.
I'm fine. Takes more than a measly magman to take great old Johnston Fiolto down.
Yes. Be careful, though. You know of the curse of the wild. You might get stuck into a wild shape or something.
Well, giant toad would be the worst thing.
I've seen someone turn to a giant toad. Then you have a bunch of toad people trying to command you as if you're an ally. Please. Are you just doing it now, Frey, or is it just not coming up for
I'm just doing it just now, yeah.
Okay. I was like, man, that lag's really bad.
No, I'm just thinking what it might be.
Okay. No, you're fine. But I remember an old time, a friend of mine, actually, my father's to be exact. As you now know, his father was the Beastmaster. He was a young druid. He transformed into a horse. But alas, shadows found him, corrupted his heart. Poor boy didn't have a chance. But being in the wild shape forever is not bad. You age normally like a druid, but wretched things that happen. You're restricted to it. For example, I knew someone who became a rabbit. Oh, such an innocent life. The man loved eating meat. Couldn't touch it ever again. would have killed himself by accident. Hard thing.
Oh, I see.
Yes. If you're going to transform into something, get something with a good diet. You feel as if he's just too used to this problem that has been going on in the druid community.
Oh, yeah.
Out of game, it won't have if you haven't cured it by then, you won't be affected by this curse until level 15. Because that'd be just such a bad DM move if I just made it so it's like you're at level 6.
10, toad.
You're stuck into a toad, or like you're stuck as like a swarm of bees.
No, that'd be fine.
That'd be fine, but get a little annoyed.
Everything's okay. This is fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Oh, it's a swan. Oh, it's beautiful.
Just like you. Said nobody.
But come here, night boy, paladin, aren't you? Come,
Yes.
come here. Come at the warm fire. I'll grow you some fruit. Come
I
over
can't
here.
actually move my character.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. Oh no. That character.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Come out. Sit by the fire. Sit next to it. There we go. As you must have a fine selection of when he's interrupted by the sounds of a whip. Ah! You hear, stupid tree! First I lose my club, and then you start punching the tree. Melvin just walks over trying to calm down. Odd fellow. Ahem. Yes, what's your adventures, my dear boy? You must have tons of stories.
Well, I once lived in a nice village. I was a blacksmith's apprentice, my father's apprentice. And one day, we got overrun by an orc infestation. Everyone died, except me. I wandered the plains and the mountains, looking for someone to help me avenge my village.
You sort of you see the druid sort of like just look at John when he says this. My dear boy, it seems like you two have a very similar path. But alas, I understand its pain. Redemption, though, is your true path. You, and as I said to John, I will say to you, you must look for the future. Now, obviously, I understand the ideas of revenge is quite fine and strong, and both for you tempered like steel, and for like John has grown into a flower filled with thorns. But I can understand. But from what I've seen and what I've heard, especially from what these druids have witnessed, and also what's been going on, I feel as if fortune will come upon you. You will both find your revenge in the end. But, that said, you must also find balance. However, Halvus himself, the Lord of Evil, the Hexblade wielding Master of Shadows, he is a dangerous being. Though I haven't heard tell of him coming to Syria. It's a Diradan. Sorry, that was my fault. But here is a place where you can find redemption in yourself. To see your soul find greatness. So you may return home. See the end of a horrid. I too knew a druid who hunted a beast such powerful as this. In the end, we haven't heard of him ever since. Strong druid. Fine tale. don't think I remember telling you, John. Would you like me to tell a story? Quite an amazing.
Sure, of course, if you have the time.
Oh, I have too much. I don't sleep. After Melvin has like tended, at least helped the ogre, you can see the ogre's like, "Everything be fine." He just sort of like, he just sits on a massive rock that's over there. Melvin walks over. Oh, hello. Starts petting Melvin. Melvin relaxes, settles. A long time ago, and actually, similar to the threats that your one friend had, in an era around 2 centuries after a great kingdom fell, there was a druid transformed by the first case of the curse of the wild. His name was Alta. No, different. Yes.
You're cutting out, dude.
I am?
Yeah, a lot.
Oh, is this better?
Oh yeah, I thought that was my internet.
Sorry, no, it's because I don't have a mic stand anymore, so it's very.
Your sensitivity might be a bit like you should like to remove it completely, I think.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to listen to what you're saying, but I don't understand what you're saying. Alta.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yes. The story of the great bull in the Grand Rood. One of my brothers, to be exact. A good, strong druid friend. Oh, half-brother. It was his destiny to bring honor back to the druid capital. For the first case of the curse of the wild was given to a man named Alafar. Alafar the Grand Druid, a fine, kind man, though turned into a horrid bull the size of a sea turtle. Not sea turtle, dragon turtle, my apologies.
Oh, okay.
A larger difference.
Thanks.
He rampaged upon the lands of Syria and then traveled to Diradan by foot. He swam the whole ocean. Diradan was separated from Syria long time ago due to divine influence. But Allah was confronted by my half-brother. Toka was his name. He transformed into grand powers and such, where my wild shapes are quite good. His were fantastic. He was learning from under the feet of our father, the Beastmaster. He traveled all throughout the Beast Wilds and knew all animals, from the end to even more demonic beast. He knew all beast. He was quite talented and quite an amazing man. I remember him today. He was quite young and fitting and knew this druid well. Oliver wanted revenge on something he did not understand. At the time, he thought he was... At the time, yes. The time he thought that he was a god. Because of this horrid curse, it made him go mad. Being a massive size bull will definitely make your mind go loose. But when my brother attacked this bull, it was said that he transformed. He too gained the curse of the wild and died fighting him. The bull was never recovered, for his soul and his body were sent to the void where the curse came from. We don't know who made this so, nor do we understand how to cure it. Not even cure curse and many other grand spells that you, a cleric, he looks at Avancello when he says this. Avancello, sorry. You, great Avancello, could not cure, even if you knew cure curse. We have tried everything. Though I have hope still, of course. Only powerful druids are affected by this curse. But alas, when they are stuck into this beast form, they lose all hope sometimes. I hope I find my brother again. I never really knew him. I wish I did. We lived in the same home, but we didn't know each other. You know what I mean? But yes, he saved Iradan and the druidic world, also showing us the horror of this curse. Yes, yes, I know. He's still petting Melvin. The last story that we fear today.
Yay.
Looks pretty good. But, please. Enough sorrowing stories. No offense, of course. He looks at you. I'm sorry, what's your name again? Neebs?
Garel.
Garel, yes, I'm sorry. I should. You have it still as Neebs level 6 paladin on your character sheet. So can you change that on your character sheet, please? To Galel, whatever your last name would be. But yes. I have to be going. The marketplace is about to close. Actually, should be closed now. Who knows? Would you like to come into the city with me?
Sure.
Maybe help you get an inn. Yeah, so we don't have to sleep outside. Well, I wouldn't mind, of course. But, you know, you flesh people, you generally like a warm bed. Well, I'm not made of it myself. Made of vines and weeds, as you call them.
I am partially made of wine myself.
That's just called a problem. But in your head, he's like, "No, you have a problem." Your arrogance, but
Dark side.
yeah, dark side. But, yes, yes. Would you like to come with me?
Yeah.
I don't like these woods anymore.
Of course, sir. I would
Yes.
be honored.
Good to hell and back with you. I'm back again.
Would you like to come with us? Yes is. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Garel, yes.
Yes, I would be happy to come with you.
All right. Greenwood! He screams. And there, the fire extinguishes. Another word for druid craft? Yes, another word for druid craft is greenwood. That's actually the older term of it in first edition. So everyone, do you all get back in the cart or do you just walk alongside it?
Oh, yes.
I walk in front of the cart,
Time to
a
stretch
good
my legs.
15 feet in front of everyone.
Should
I'm
be
moving.
time to-
I'm just moving you guys for a second.
Should be time
so I
to
can
stretch
delete
my legs about now, actually. Slightly.
this. Okay. And away we go. 1 second.
There it is. Sigil.
I'm trying to copy it. There we go. Copied. I don't know why, but Roll20 lagged for me. Oh,
Yeah, it's,
Roll20 crashed.
it's difficult drawing in Roll20.
It looks great though. Sorry, it's yeah, Roll20 crashed. 1 second.
That's a yikes from me, dog.
Yikes! Oh,
I could
yeah. As you begin sorry,
I could probably make it better in Photoshop later.
if you like, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Oh shit! Did I finish that map? No, I didn't. Damn it. It's fine. I'll just import it. All right, but you travel. You quickly take a sharp right, and you find yourselves on the main road. Oh, how you missed paved dirt and such. It feels nice to be on it for once. You can see that the horse beaten or the hooved beaten pathways are quite great. Right, they slowly turn into a more cobblestone like paths as well, slowly transforming into a more beaten path and such, or more properly beaten path. That's not it. Yeah. Sorry.
Unforgivable.
Huh?
Unforgivable immediately.
All right.
And
1 second. Sorry, I'm just trying to like. I am deleting your symbol. It's already saved. Don't worry.
Yee!
Your thing did not go in vain.
It's already recorded.
Copy. There you go. Right there. Yes. As you continue walking down the main road, there you find that the path it's now surrounded by massive wheat fields. Now Gar is stated to be called the City of Monsters. So of course
It's monsters.
there's a lot of mouths to feed. A lot of food has to be made. Gar is the second most largest producer of food in Diradan. Hobengrass, where you come from, actually has a larger supply, just by a little bit. Oh yes, as you're walking, you see our orky friend Hovar. Sure, walks over to the things. Oh, he smells the wheat. The wheat, literally, like when he did that, it sort of pointed towards him as if they're actually.
Ah!
What? What's wrong?
No, it's just I'm just imagining like a cartoon, you know, the typical.
Oh, he screamed.
No, when the entire wheat field like drawing itself towards his nose.
No, everything in just in the immediate area. So like, yeah. So like everything like around here, yeah.
Like the bull smelling the flour.
Yeah.
No, like the entire wheat field just goes into his nose.
Oh God!
Vacuum
I
cleaner.
think I got a beard. I have nose hair. Oh shit. No. Some weight got in my nose. He starts picking his nose now. Stupid weight. He slashes his hands at the wheat and grabbing it with his large nails, actually. Those are my nails now. Sorry.
Come on, just leave the wheat be.
Yes, I resent that. Oh, whoops, wrong tool.
You can make revenge against wheat later.
But this is called Revenge of Atropus.
Lots of revenge going on.
It's his quest now. But yeah, so you're traveling down. Yeah. As you, I sadly didn't make this part of the map, but as you're getting closer to the massive walls of Gar, that from where you were quite amazing to look at already. But now the walls up close are quite beautiful. They are a large, dark cut stone that definitely took years to make, maybe even a whole decade. The Gar is known for its walls. It's extremely powerful walls. And it definitely shows still today. But right in front of the main entrance, these massive wooden gates, there is a tavern called the Gates Inn. You can see there is a Torn, a cowfolk being just talking, or at least trying not to listen to a goblin that's complaining about his wife. Would you like to hear a little bit of it?
Shit. Here we go again. and listen to it.
Yeah. So as you're walking past, you hear the goblin complaining about his wife. And then when I came home from all my work at the field, she told me that I was late for dinner. Please, woman, you should have changed your time. Quite a sexist being, though quite common for husbands at the time.
Of course.
But I told her that if she talks to me like that again, The Torn interrupts him by standing up. I must be going now. I wasn't done my story. I know the ending. He pats his back. You can see he pats him 3 times, 2 being quite calm and somewhat friendly, as the last has a bit of aggression put into it. He walks down the steps past the porch of the inn, and he sees you all traveling. Newcomers. I was just about to go home. Goodbye. Good riddance. You hear him mumble. Here, let me help you with the guards. You all have weapons, I see. I'll let the guards introduce you. You see his 2 massive Minotaur guards. Now, again, awakened creatures are guards. Ha ha ha. You do see that the guards are these Minotaur people. Again, awakened creatures. These are awakened Minotaurs, most likely. These huge Minotaurs sort of just look down. Adventurers! You hear them. Moo! You hear the other one. What? Are you moving here? The other one starts laughing. Stop. You have those weapons of yours. You'll have to deposit them at the inn. My apologies. We have a policy for outside weapons.
So all the weapons are outside.
No, not this inn. Any inn, really. But you have to.
I'm sorry.
As long as all inns have to have a weapons deposit box for all people, for all outsiders. You must be a citizen of God.
I was making a pun.
Is that really necessary?
Yes, it is. It's for our safety. It lowers our crime rate quite high. We are well known for being quite a guarded place.
Ding, 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 ding.
But I must ask. I must say, the Great Bull Inn, actually not that far from the main entrance, is a great place to deposit weapons. I hear they have quite a large vacancy, so you won't have to worry for anyone trying to steal your weapons.
A vacancy?
Vacancy. They sort of look at you. Careful, there is hog folk, you know.
They can deal with me if they have an issue with my jokes.
Well, you all better get moving. Same pun. Different context. Go inside the city. Enjoy your time. Yeah, here, let me make. Oh no, I ran out of it. As you walk into the city, even though it is late at night, so it's like 8 o'clock most likely or something. Late for most people, really. You can see there is still a variety of people out, but there's a variety of more awakened undead and a few drow, and a strange Kenku just sort of mumbling to himself. It's actually quite loudly. You see an awakened slime over here, and just other variety of creatures. Hello?
Oh, yes, I'm here.
Watch out for that.
Oh, wait. Fred puts on the right music here. Let me...
I mean, the policy of outside weapons would be very nice. Just put a giant pile of weapons outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bring your own weapons. When people try to siege, they just grab one and there they go.
Yeah, exactly.
How nice of them to.
Out of
So
game, in
inclusive.
real life, there actually used to be rules that are exactly like this. That's actually why I'm doing it.
It's very nice.
Yeah, it's like a legit actual.
I know. I'm
Yeah,
just
in
being
Germany.
cheeky.
Yeah, in Germany, actually, that was what they
But
more
what if
commonly
someone
do.
sneaks a weapon in? They can't defend themselves.
Ta-da.
Well, you're in a city filled with awakened beasts, and the guards
But what
themselves
if the
are
races are literal weapons themselves? How will we defend
exactly.
ourselves?
Exactly. A
Yeah.
lot of the races themselves have it, so they more so assume that most
So
people
wouldn't it
would
be
be that
safe
as well.
that they have weapons instead? So there may be a difference in, there's a race difference. So, they gotta defend themselves in case they get attacked by a stronger race. Kobolds are majorly at a disadvantage here.
So you should give the kobolds mech suits so they can.
Exactly. That's the point I was going for it perfectly.
All kobolds are given free mech suits.
No. Yeah, as you walk and you can see there's two massive stone stone rooms that go into the walls. What?
That bard is armed with a fiddle.
That's a weapon.
Okay.
Yes, he
Uh,
uses bard magic with it.
Yes. These
Bard
rooms seem to
magic
be
or
some
blood
kind of
magic?
ceiling thing. But you can see the walls are quite thick, and are actually a little even bigger on the inside.
Thick.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I saw some mud crabs down by the river recently. Terrible
Uh,
beasts.
Sure.
What's going on with you?
No. You can see an awakened undead man comes over and with his robes comes in front of you, all of you. Hey, would you like some? Well, would you like to? He hands you a flyer. He hands
Is this a suck?
he hands Gorell a flyer. The finest of slaves, most renowned, Lady Amber, at your service. Come down to the graveyard district for a fine selection.
I
of
heard there were
slaves.
some goblins around.
This is a drow made
Paradise
parchment.
City.
Definitely definitely some drow shenanigans going on. Here's one for you, my old friend.
No.
It's quite difficult to carry heavy things, am I right? Oh, I can carry heavy things. Come here! Give me a flyer! Of course, my large man. I don't see many ogres walking here. Yeah, you just saw one. Then bug off!
While he's looking at the ogre, I stick the flyer back in his bag.
Yeah.
Roll sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. 1 sec.
Sleight of.
You just click the name.
Sleight of using a pike.
Yeah, sleight of pike.
It's just pickpocketing with a pike. How would that look?
Ooh, that would be.
Ah,
Oh
yoink.
no! So when you're on your character sheet, if you go over to skills, if you hover over the names of the skills, you can click it. For example, if I were to click
Oh,
Arcana,
okay.
yeah, it lights up. See it? There we go. So you place it. Here, let me roll against. You place the flyer back in, and it does make a slight noise, and something falls out. A small scroll. Here you go, my fine man. He says to the ogre, giving him a flyer. As the scroll sort of hits the ground, he doesn't even notice. And he starts walking away, going over to the centaur over here. It's like, would you like a flyer? Oh, of course. Centaurs are known for owning slaves more commonly, so it's
Nice.
slaves are allowed in this, and you can buy them, but
You just want us to have a Raftalia.
It's you.
Oblivion.
Now,
All right, but
what's going on with you?
yeah. Do you
I
pick
heard
up
there
this
were
little
some
scroll,
goblins
give
around
it to
here
him or
recently.
something? He's still right there.
Sure. I'll pick it up and take a look.
Goodbye.
Take a look.
Yeah.
You turn the cap of the scroll holster in a way, and you can see it's a message. Do not mess this up. I need you. You must stay alive, and I want you to hear everything. You see an M. on it. You see, as he's walking away from the centaur, he rummages around in his pack.
Shout.
He runs over into the alleyway, jumping over the barrels, and just runs away.
What was that? Must have been the wind.
What was that?
Where is it? You hear him scream.
Never should have come here.
Where is it?
Did you drop something, sir? Here, take this. I think you dropped it. I hold up the scroll above my head, shaking it.
Yeah, sorry. He runs back through this alleyway. You! Give me the flyer! Or give me that scroll now!
I went up to
How
that.
important that is.
I take my hand out and just slowly hand it to him.
Don't be a thief. He snatches it out of your hands. Bah! Going down to the district. Over
I wanna
here,
prank that guy so much.
you see there, right here, I forgot to actually put it in, but there is actually a massive tunnel system that goes into the undead district. He walks into the undead district and goes away.
Do we get to meet the calcium crew?
Skeleton boys?
Do we call this? Is it called the Bone Zone?
The Bone Zone. Bone Storm! No, well, it depends on who you ask, but
Do they have skeleton bards?
yes.
We need to go there.
We have skeleton strippers.
It's an undead district. There's a lot of undead and drow there.
We need to go and talk to some skeleton boys.
Don't like that guy. He smells funny. You see this is the Tauren that you came in with, and it's like, oh, well, that's because he's undead, my boy. Gar is a place of a variety of creatures. It's quite a magical place, actually. Well, not really.
We've seen that description literally everywhere.
My point exactly. It's not as magical as the woods. I can see your Spriggan friend came from that. Ah, yes, I'm quite a strong druid.
Strong, independent druid.
Yes,
I don't need no.
And, excuse me, could you point me to the guilds, the brewing district? I need to talk to them before they close. Oh, no, sorry, my dear lord, they just closed. They close around when the sun goes down. My apologies, my dear sir. What do you work for them? I work for a horn brewery. It's for the Church of the Horn. It's quite a fine brewery, though not as large as some others. We do satisfy a centaur's thirst and hunger.
Buckaroo.
Well, it seems like this is an house. Seems like he walks over to you. Seems like we well, I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see each other again. But I must return. Sadly, without any fruit. Go to the inn, some inn, and deposit your weapons before you get arrested or something. I don't want to hear about somewhere. Yes, go find an inn. If you excuse me, I will return. We will see each other again. Goodbye.
Farewell.
My dear boy. He gives you a big, strong hug, and he puts a coin in your pocket.
KOs you immediately.
It's a wooden coin. Goodbye. Good luck. It has a tree on it, like a very beautiful tree. Large, sprawling vines at the bottom of it.
Sprawling.
He walks away and
Yeet.
all right. Oh, that's fun and in. I'm tired.
Somewhere. Well, my good sir, where is the closest inn?
Well, this corner place right here is they have an inn attached to them in the back. You can maybe talk to them. I believe that shop's always open anyway. Well, it's a small bar, and it goes into an inn.
I think we need a large bar because ogre.
Oh yeah, here, give me a cake. I can drink it.
Also a large bar in size of roofing.
Yes, if you excuse me, I have to go back to the church, to my temple.
Maybe we can find the Giants Inn somewhere.
The only giant you'll find here is your ogre friend. Giants are allowed in the city. Too big.
Damn it.
Trolls aren't even allowed in it, though they generally prefer to stay away from cities anyhow.
Okay, what's like the creature that is almost as big as ogre that is in the city?
Centaurs,
So centaur,
minotaurs, of course.
Minotaur.
It's every inn. Every
Every inn,
bar, every
every
inn,
single
you'll
hour.
see a variety of centaurs smoking and drinking. Bah! I
At the same
myself don't
time
do
as
that.
well.
I don't drink water. Milk.
Let's take a look at this bar then, good sir. Thank you for your help.
Yes, yes. Excuse me, I must go back to my temple, the temple of the horn. Excuse me. And may the grand bull give you his blessing.
Yes,
Goodbye.
may the divine
Walks away.
brewer bless your journeys.
Yes, yes.
Alright, let's see here. Is this the inn here?
Right here. That's the bar, and then it goes into an inn.
Oh.
Oh,
see there's a
what
weird
is this?
slime.
What is this white void here?
It's nothing.
There's nothing there. Is
The
it sure?
the world hasn't loaded yet. Yeah, you out of in game you crash. Yeah. So do you guys all go to the inn?
I'm gonna sneak back here and take the pike blade and screw it from the wood shaft and stow it under my chest plate.
Oh, your weapons. You hide them right here.
No, I just take off the pike blade, and screw it from the wood hilt and hide it under my chest plate.
Oh, you're hiding. All right. Roll stealth so we can have like a good DC for anyone who's looking for.
Okay, 1 sec.
Yee.
Stealth. Oh, it's -1.
That's
Oh,
fine.
16.
You did good. You hide it enough that it basically just looks like an extra appendage. Ooh. But yes, it looks fine. It's not really noticeable. It goes fitting being under your armor and such. All right. So do you go to the inn as well?
Yes.
All right. So
Very nice music here.
yeah, you walk into the inn and you see before you walk in, you see a
slime in the way.
Yeah, there's a weird slime just there. And hey, yay, yay,
Are you okay, sir?
yay, yay.
Okay.
The
Goodbye.
awakened slime is just sort of just looks at you weird.
Name Rimuru?
No.
Oh.
It's a good
It's
slime.
Yeah, he doesn't like you though.
Right.
All right, so I'm gonna draw the inn of the bar. So as you walk in, the bar in itself is quite small. It only fits one centaur. He's just sort of there. There you see a few halflings just running around right here in the actual bar area. You can see a centaur is laying on his stomach, just drinking heavily. You can see that it also is a large staircase that goes up. You can see there's also, and lastly, you also see a small little goblin boy just sitting there.
He's just peeking out.
Out of the shield.
Yeah.
That actually looks really good. Yeah, so you all are in this little tavern, and the halflings thinks, another customer, another customer, another customer.
Hello there.
They all say, hello there, hi. More! You hear the centaur saying, my mug, my pint, my cup is getting dry. You hear one of them mumble as he just gives him a small keg. You use this. He grabs it and lays a little bit to his side and just flicks the opening, the valve open, and you just hear a chugging noise. The goblin sort of jumping on his seat, oh my god, go. Again, centaurs are known for drinking extremely heavily. This one obviously has a problem. You see he has cigars and a cigar in one hand and a massive small keg in his other, chugging down the booze. It actually, you can see Hobengrass Brewery's symbol on it. Hobengrass Brewery's is simply a little barrel boy.
Little barrel.
Yeah, little barrel. Wheat and barley. A little bit of hops. I'm sorry. Hops, and there's a few grapes on top of the barrel.
Eyes.
Yeah, I'm not good at drawing. I'll get better. But yeah, so you walk into this one of the four halflings. Would you like a drink or maybe some food? We can make you some food. Make him a salad. No, we're making good food. Salad. Only salad. No, it's not that late.
I kind of just walk up and I'm like, bed.
Oh, you're adventurous.
Sleepy.
Yes, you'll need to deposit your weapons.
This is why we're here, yes. As well.
Brother, could you the one closest to the thin part over the thinner part of the bar walks over and he's like, yes, brother, and he goes over here and he mumbles something and it opens. The wall opens and a magical room opens, and there you can see where you can place your weapons and such. One of the best storage places, weapon storages in Dearden. Please deposit your weapons here, and you'll have it returned with a few bit of money on your way out.
Money.
Yeah, few copper.
Yoink puts the thing into there and there.
Yeah, so you can keep it in inventory. Just say like just keep note that like, oh, my weapons are in this. You have to put all weapons and ammunition
and dogs.
Yes. Put it on the hooks. Because there's places where you can put your swords and such. Swords, battle axes and such. And you actually do see a massive battle axe. Don't touch me, axe! Holla. You see a little Hobart poking his head in. Hey, is there room for an ogre? Sorry, this inn's a bit too small. You might have to go one down the street. Well, sleep outside. Okay. You hear them say. He removes himself. You see him then in the window. There's a little window right here. You see him then roll over, whoosh, and though sadly, he does have a very small tunic, just covering himself. It's not doing a good job right now. It's quite disgusting. Ah, God! Tomorrow, all of you, go to a bathhouse. You all smell. Yeah, says one of the older halflings.
Hey, is there something wrong with my natural smell?
Yeah.
Problem?
The older one says it smells like shit.
You want to take this outside?
You're in my establishment, boy. You smell. Now come on. Wow, how long are you be staying in staying in Gar?
Is that a figure of speech? Just kidding.
Not long if all the people are like you.
Oh.
Don't mind following a very old man. Though you do smell of adventure smells, blood, and other variety of things. A little fishy, too. Don't worry about it. It's just my father has a strong nose.
Dragged through a forest.
The older halfling is a very hairy. He has long hair coming out of his ears, and his large nose. He has a huge nose with yellow eyes. He looks like yellow cat-like eyes. You see the younger ones somewhat resemble this. They have hair growing out of their ears, and their hair is quite long, so they seem to all be related.
They have
though they all seem very similar looking and structure, so they could all be like not twins. What is it called when it's
siblings?
Well, they're born at the same time. They're like twins, but they're
triplets.
Triplets, yeah, they're triplets. They're most likely triplets.
So they're a bunch of clones.
Not clones.
Gary. Ha, Gary.
No. Yes, our rooms go for due in part to how open we are generally. Our rooms are 2 silver a night, and 2 silver a night, and you also get breakfast. free breakfast and cookies.
Ah,
The old
that
man
sounds
said,
amazing.
"Bah."
Oh shit! Helvete!
What was that? What are you doing?
That was my boombox starting.
Oh,
I
nice.
accidentally poked it with my toe.
oh my god.
It's fine.
But,
Everything is good.
okay. But yeah, you accept? You can have a room, or you can just stay here and drink.
I'm tired.
Come on, drink with me. I won't buy you around though.
Just give me a room.
Of course.
Give room.
Did you deposit all your weapons, staves, and ammunition?
I just have my walking stick. Wink, wink.
Of course, sir.
Your legs look fine. Please put it into the deposit.
It's a
We don't-
stick.
Yes. Yes, it is. We live near the deep forest, my dear boy. Druids come here quite often. We don't want anyone in trouble.
I just
But
toss
there was
it
a
in.
guy literally made of sticks.
The one that's different. The older gnome, not gnome. I'm sorry, halfling, raises his hand. The stick floats in the air, and then puts it on one of the racks. Please put your staffs properly. Ugh. Brother, I'll bring them upstairs. No, you're my servant. Oh, fine. You get him. No, you get him. No, I'll do it. Keep this man happy.
I'm pretty sure it's the picture from memes. These are the two brothers, right?
Where?
The one up. The one you sent your son.
Oh, my son. No.
I think that's why.
Well, oh yes, sorry. The older halfling sort of walks under the door. He's smaller than all of them actually. They're surprisingly tall for halflings. He walks over and he's sort of hobbles over, like, "Come on, bring up to your rooms, and your ogre friend will also be feed for this as well.
Okay.
Fine.
So 2 gold for each of you."
Good.
Thought you said silver.
Okay.
As this happens, Mao and Melvin take the cart into the stable master, who is right here.
You said silver, good sir.
Yes, we have change, if you're wondering. You walk upstairs, and they're very large and stable stairs. There is no creaking. It's surprising, even nowadays. You walking up there is it has a sharp turn. Let me draw this. Stairs go up,
And up.
and then they take a very sharp turn, going down into what you saw in outside. What you would have saw outside if I wasn't lazy and I would have drawn it. You see like a larger section of the larger section where it separates into multiple rooms and such. They look pretty good, actually, quite clean. You can see also on the other end of the hallway, you can see there's another staircase going down. That goes down to more rooms. Your rooms will be up here. We have a decent amount of vacancy. Alas, we are a bit out of lower rooms. They're generally better here. You go over to he brings you over to a room. This is our adventurer suite. He opens it and it's just a large room with beds. Remember, if you hid any weapons, you will get in trouble. The guards here have a good nose on them.
The guards.
Like I haven't heard that before.
Never.
Good night. You'll get your breakfast in the morning. We'll knock on the door, wake you, if you came here so early. Oh, my apologies if I'm rude. I haven't had my nightly ritual. This centaur's a problem.
Smoking lots of cigars down there.
That's not the problem. He's drinking our products, and I don't think he can actually pay. Could one of you come downstairs and help me? I'm too small to kick a centaur out, especially one as fat as this one.
Sure, I'll come with you. Do you have any money? I'll take 3
I'll make
copper
it
and
so
all.
that you sleep in for free.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
The rest you still pay. Alright, come. As you walk down the stairs again, you see this halfling. Halfling definitely has very strong legs. He's done this too many times. All right, there he is. He points over. Now, on now further inspection, the centaur is fat. He is disgusting compared to some humans, especially rich ones. This one most likely lives in the Horn District, the nobles district. Hi. I bet you don't go to the Horns District as much, eh? No, sir. We live here.
Of course you don't.
Yeah.
Excuse me,
You got
Mr.
her.
Centaur.
Something came up, so I'm gonna have to leave early.
You're
So-
fine. Actually, we're about to end. My voice is
Alright.
about to break.
I'm on
Alright,
the
so-
floor,
Excuse-
chilling so hard.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, yeah. Neb.
Excuse me, Mr. Centaur. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. If
stands
you
up.
don't, I may be inclined to make you leave by force.
And what force do you have? Hmm.
I don't think you want to test me.
Hmm. Huh. His breath smells of booze and a little bit of puke. His eyes definitely show an extremely drunken centaur. It's rare to find a drunken centaur. Their bodies are so large that alcohol is not really processed quickly. This one's most likely been here for hours, drinking these people's products and just making them all salty. The goblin's just looking at the edge of his seat. Ew.
Does he have a jug or like a cup that he's?
He's
drinking
holding
out?
it right now. He
Can
finished.
I make an attempt to grab it out of his hands and then?
How are you doing this? With brute force does swiftly.
With brute force,
Roll athletics.
athletics.
This shouldn't be Egyptian music, so here I'm just gonna stop
Beautiful
the.
music, though.
It's very good, but it's just a random place. All right, never mind.
16.
So he's going to roll against you. My thumb is stuck. Here, I'll do it in the roll 20. Slash.
Centaur's gonna be pretty strong.
Yeah, imagine so.
Whoops, not not that.
Oh. Uh-oh.
That's pretty good. Sorry, he still have a +3, but
It's pretty fat.
there we go. Okay,
Oh.
his
Never
sheer
mind.
drunken might allows him to hold the mug with sheer amount of force. You grab the mug, and he then sort of lifts you a little. Huh? You're now face to face with the centaur. Oh, dear friend. You know what they told me? They told me go. Talk to those fine people. But no, that little birdie never convinced me. I came here to this tavern to enjoy myself. And you are ruining my fun. Uh-huh. You hear the old halfling. As this is happening, the halfling walks past this. The old halfling. Uh-huh. Now, oh! There you see the halfling with a large stick. Just basically, yeah. For lack of better terms, the man might not be able to produce children anymore. Ooh, get out of my tavern now! You little brat! Bang! He slams his hand up against the floor. The halfling just stood there. He missed. He was drunk.
Could I go downstairs after hearing this shenanigans?
Yeah, you hear the oh! You hear that? That's the sound of a man getting hit in the balls. But
All right,
you
so,
walk down and you see this centaur just sort of rampaging a little.
You know, a spell that a drunken monk usually would have is lesser restoration, removing poison. So. I'm going to make
Being
him
drunk is
sober.
its own effect. It wouldn't.
I want to make him sober.
Yeah. This will still affect it. That will still make, but it's not poisoned.
Yeah, well, he's very drunk.
Yeah, he's very drunk.
So I'm going to go and you need to drink somewhere else. And I brew is drunk in the fist.
You touch him, and he is definitely drunk. He's very warm. His leathery horse skin is warm to the touch.
Describe that.
Oh, how soft his hair, horse hair is. Such sculpted body. No, I'm kidding. Yes, you have the spell slots and everything for this,
yes.
right? Okay. You remove his drunkenness. Oh, he shakes his head. Sorry, dear sir. You're never allowed in my inn ever again. Pay up now or die. Die? Well, I'll call the guards. Really. Same thing, really. It's fine. Pulls out his purse. Here, just take it. I'm not even counting. Take his tip. I'll never drink here again. You're not allowed back here again. Tch. Small package. Thank you so much. And thank you, the drunken monk, Avangello. Wow! I can hear myself. Wow! 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 Says one of the halflings. Wow! Can't believe we have such a famous person here. Here's a round on us. Yeah. Hey! Even if they're famous, no rounds. If the Duke was here, he wouldn't even get a free round.
I do
Sorry.
not expect a free round.
Yeah, he makes the stuff. Well,
Yes.
not right now, I presume.
Well, not currently at the moment, no. But I'm thinking of doing another one soon, yes.
Seems like you're doing adventure work right now.
Yes.
But yes, I'll be nice to you. Your room is free for the night as well.
Thank you very much, kind sir.
He gives you back 2 silver if you already minus the silver.
Thank you.
Yes. All right.
A spell that I would recommend any would-be brewer is remove. A lesser restoration. It's very handy.
Oh no, I just like hitting centaurs in the balls. It's funny. It's so easy when you can walk under them. He's done that before. It's very painful to watch. Yep. Oh yeah. But I do know that spell. I also know Hold Person, though I'm too small for it to be good. I also know Fireball. Ah! Firebolt.
Very
My
useful,
apologies.
I suppose. Oh yeah.
Fireball's too big for this city. It's actually illegal to cast it unless you're casting it in the air. Even then, it might come back down. Ugh. Shivers when he says that. Caused a great fire a long time ago.
I can imagine.
But yes.
Dangerous. Yes, indeed.
The goblin sort of sitting there again on his edge. He's like, it's rocking back and forth, like, wow, so cool. Just, the old man sort of turns his head over. You gotta buy a drink or just gawk? A drink. What would you like?
I would like to sample your brew. What is your local? Your finest?
Well, we don't really have our own, though. We are specialized in the Horn Brewery. We also do have a house brew from there called the Strongest Stuff. Ooh, I'll try that, says the goblin. The goblin is given a shot, a very small shot. It's an experiment by the Horn Church, or the Horn Temple. They said that that can make a centaur drunk. Let's see if he can handle it. Do you wait for the goblin to drink it, or do you order now?
I'll let him drink it.
So the goblin sort of smells it after hearing that. He's a little scared. Okay. Oh, he drinks it. His eyes dilate. His body twitches a little. Oh. Bang! He falls out of the stool. He's on the ground now. He's laughing. He's laughing now.
Oh yes, that hit him quite well.
Would you like a shot? Says one of the halflings. The one more scrawnier of the 3.
A thought sort of came to my head. What say you about engaging in a contract with Hobengrass Brewery?
We do sell Hobengrass. It's just we just take the city's main brewery as a sediment to them, a sentiment. Though we don't follow the church, the temple, we still do appreciate what they do. They've given donations to all of us, and the roads are paved because of them.
Do you...
No contract needed, my dear friend.
Oh,
We
yes,
still
of course.
serve your kind, of course. He turns around. Actually, like I said, that little keg had your symbol on it, and
I was just trying to be kind. Like,
oh yeah. It's a little thing I assume. And besides, if we wanted to, we talk to your district manager that is here. Actually, you wait. Yes, you must have a deposit at them tomorrow when their doors are open. You should get there. You might have a large sum of money.
oh, very well.
Because you work for the guild, you will be paid. Though I will say, due to how the time is, most of the money doesn't go to you. If a beer is sold, around 35% of that goes to you, and the rest goes to the guild. It's an unfair deal nowadays, but then it's like an amazing deal. Most people, again, the average wage for a poor person is half a copper a day.
I mean, that's really
In
good
some
anyway.
parts of Diradan, of course.
I mean, that's a really good deal anyway.
Yeah.
Imagine they sell a lot of beer.
Oh yeah. But yes, you most likely have a good amount of money from something. And also, 35% of your weekly sales, not of your everything. That was just an example.
Well, speaking
it's
of
not
money,
as-
I do have a bit.
Yes.
Maybe I can invest in your store.
We do take donations and tips, says one of them. Yeah, we do, says the old one as he goes back into behind the bar. We do take tips. I take them all. He smiles with a like old man grimace.
So no investing, alright.
Well, we're just in a good spot right now. No offense.
Alright.
Your money is welcome, of course. Invest if you want to invest. Would you like some food or a drink? You are both going to go to bed soon, I assume.
Oh, yes, actually, I would like some dinner before bed. Actually, no, not dinner before bed.
Are you sure? We make quite good spicy rolls. Ah, yes. Give them spicy food when they're about to sleep.
Excuse me, Mr. Halfling. Do you have a blacksmith in the Gar?
Do have a blacksmith, he says the old one. You're in a city where there's monstrous creatures. Of course we do. Though I'd argue the undead district has a better, selection. They have quite more better, fine drow weapons. Though personally I despise the drow. For obvious reasons, says one of the halflings, the younger halflings.
Okay, thank you. I was just wondering.
No, of course. You seem I smell of sulfur and steel on you, my dear boy. You most likely are a or maybe were a blacksmith. I can see it from the dust in your eyes. And also, yes. But yes, we have a fine selection of blacksmiths and such, especially in the Horn district.
You could have
Yes.
some soup, maybe.
Ah, yes, we do have soup. We have a great selection of halfling soup. Potato leek soup. It's quite good.
I'll take that, yes,
I'll take one as well. Thank you very much.
Would you like a large bowl or just a small cup?
medium.
It's not hearty,
I'll
but
just take a cup.
it's a little light.
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, there you go.
Halfling food is generally very light food because obviously they're small people, but they always love to serve. Generally, you see one of them goes into a small little door behind the bar and then walk out with the soup. We already had some prepared. He gives you the potato leek soup. This one's on me, says the halfling. He says it's both of you. For getting that center out of the way. Thanks.
Thank you very much. I
No one
will
grumbles.
go to
Sorry.
bed now.
Take the soup and then prepare to go to
yeah.
sleep. And
You enjoy your soup with a glass of water since you didn't really order any drinks, and the halflings are chat away a storm, talking to themselves, of course, to each other. I mean, the best one, the best story you could hear was them complaining about a customer the other day. Do you remember that one customer that came in? Oh God, he smelled the high heavens. I know. Don't remind me. He smelled worse than an undead being, and one of the undead. Yeah. The goblin is now sobered. I assume that one of the old man. You assume that the old man cured him. You don't really know how he got sobered. Sort of behind your back.
Probably
The goblins joins in their conversation as well. Right? Yeah. Actually, I remember wanting that guy to come in here. It's my first time in here, as you know. Yes. You've said this like twice now. Another being walks in. Actually, the slime walks in. Oh God, no! Go away! Throws a potato at it, lodges into where its eye is, and just sinks into its body. It's there, just dissolving. He goes back out. Why is he here?
Irregular?
Yes, that's the one that smelled. He won't leave. And that, in fact, he did. Outside, there's wind and such that lets so the smell doesn't really travel near you. It's going the other way. You could smell it in there. The minute you walked in, opening the doors, you can smell something of rotting flesh and of just pure acidic disgust. It was so sour, it just it reminded you of death. You've all been around death, of course, so you generally know.
Well, does he mind eating things you don't like?
He's a slime. He's a slime. He eats anything.
Well, why don't you just feed him like leftovers or garbage?
We do, says the halfling as he puts his elbows against the bar and just sort of holds his head, but he keeps wanting more. The old one just sort of rolls his eyes. It's an alright slime. He smells the high heavens, but he now technically works here because we feed him.
Yes.
No, he isn't getting paid.
Such an interesting place. This land.
Diradan or God?
Diradan.
In general. Yes. Yeah, you don't. None of you look like you're from here.
No.
No.
Not. Well, no. Not this. It's been a long time since I was in Syria. I was a boy then. But now I've been traveling this place and, immersing myself in the different cultures and ways of this land.
Yeah, this place can be pretty bad, though. The crime's generally pretty kind in Erdan. Depends on where you go. Oman has the worst problems. Yeah, Oman's awful. Hate Oman. So soulless. Yeah, the gods there like fight. And then they join in after a while. We lived in Oman for the longest time. We were poor forever. The taxes are bastardizing. Sadly, never mind. If you shoot me, I have to go in the kitchen. I have to clean up the mess.
Pleasure talking and
yes.
partaking in your
Yes,
food.
so.
We'll go to retire for the night.
Yes. Go to bed. Come on, boys. You, Goblin, you want a job? Me? Sure. Come in here. Clean up the floors. Yeah, it might be the only good food you'll ever get from besides your home. Come on. Well, thank you. The goblin's young. Definitely around the age of, still somewhat a child. Seems like these guys don't card people.
Oh.
They're all small creatures. The hole that goes into the kitchen is very small, and only halflings could go in it, or a normal human crawling. You would have to take off all your armor, though, of course. They all walk into the small kitchen. That's a mess. I know. Purposely spilled it for you. Have fun on the first day. The old halfling walks out of the hole,
FNG.
clearing off his hands, laughing to himself as he walks out. Sinisterly laughing. Have a good night. Hate when he does that. But it's what he does to introduce you to the work. All right. Good night.
Good thing I'm not working anymore like this.
All right. You go into bed. It's comfortable. It's soft.
Good thing I'm retired.
And kind.
No.
Well, you still work for the guild. You're still an active member of the guild.
Yes, well.
Retired from a variety of things.
Variety of things, yes.
Like direct brewing and such. But away from that. So yeah, we're gonna end here due to
Memes.
Yeah, there's only two of you.
That,
And Fred
yep.
Boat. We love Fred Boat here. But yeah, that's session 7, sorta.
Atropus.
Yeah, Revenge of Revenge of Goblin. No, I'm
Revenge
kidding.
of an ogre.
Yeah, the ogre's just sort of sleeping outside, most likely waking up someone who lives, or even the end. Who knows? We'll get into that next
Packing
session.
wheat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good luck,
So are we gonna-
everybody.
Yeah, it's a